this video, I'm going to show you how I play the final solo in the song Dani, California, or Dani, California by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So if you like this video, give me a like, and then subscribe to see more of these. I'm going to make a lot of them, hopefully, God willing. So subscribe and you'll see lots of more. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified. Okay, so the main part of this riff is this. What that is I take my ring finger and I slide it from the 10th fret of the A to the 12th fret of the A. I pick down and slide. And then I take my pointer finger and I put it on the 10th fret of the D and I pick down. Then I take my pointer finger and I put it over the 10th fret of the G and the B and I pick down on those two strings. And then I also bend it a little bit. You don't have to bend it too much, but... And then I pick down and my ring finger lands on the 12th fret of the D. I pick down on it. So that's the main riff. Okay, so the first time it goes... And all you do there, I take my ring finger, and this is what it sounds like he's doing. I don't know if he's doing this for sure, but it's something very similar. Anyway, I take my ring finger, and I slide it from the 10th fret of the A to the 12th fret of the A. And then I got my pointer finger on the 8th fret of the A, and I do a hammer-on and pull-off with my ring finger on the 10th fret of the A. So I do it 3 times. Then eventually, after that 3rd time, I go to the 10th fret of the E, and I pick down on that. All right, and then I go take my. What I do is I take my pinky. This is kind of weird. And I pick it on the 5th fret of the E. Take my pointer finger, put it on the 1st fret of the E. Hammer on with my ring finger to the 3rd fret of the E. And then I do a hammer-on pull-off actually from the 3rd fret to the 1st fret of the E. So. And then I slide it with my ring finger to the 5th fret of the A. So that whole part is. Okay, the second time around it goes. So you do the same. This time you go. I take my pointer finger, I put it on the 7th fret of the D. I take my pinky, so I pick down there, and then I hammer on and pull off with my pinky on the 10th fret of the D. Actually, I think I picked it. I don't even do a hammer on and pull off. I think I go. Yeah, I do. I do a pick, but I pick down. I pick down, but it also does the pull off. So. 1, 2, 3. So there's that 3 thing again. And this time you land on the 7th fret of the G string. And then he throws this part in. I take my pointer finger on that one on the 10th fret of the B. Use my pinky to hammer on the 13th fret of the B. And he kind of hits those 2 strings together. I sometimes do, sometimes I don't. And then I land with my pointer finger on the 10th fret of the E. Okay, so then he goes the first one again. And then he goes back to the second one again. So he kind of alternates back and forth between those 2. This time he goes. Then on this part he does this. He goes. What I do is I use my pointer finger on the 10th fret of the B and I hammer on and pull off on the 13th fret of the B. Then I pick up on the 10th fret of the E. And then I go. And then I just go. I pick up on I got my pointer finger over the 10th fret of the B and the E. I pick up on the E. Use my pinky, and I pick down on the 13th fret of the B. And I pull off to the 10th fret of the B. And kind of like a shuffle feel. 1, 2, 3, 4 times that time. All right, so then the next one he goes. He kind of combines the 2. But he goes, It's kind of like the second time around where you just go. He does that 3 thing again. This time he goes, rather than going, he goes, I take my ring finger, I put it on the 10th fret of the A. I pull off to the 8th fret of the A. End up on the 10th fret of the E. And then I go back to the 8th fret of the A. That's the cool part. So once you get there, you go. I use my ring finger to slide into the 12th fret of the A. Use my pointer finger to land on the 10th fret of the D. And then I go back to that 10th fret of the A, and to the 8th fret of the A, and back to the 10th fret of the E. You're just repeating the notes, just doing it in a cool way. So. He might even go. But it sounds like he's just going. Anyway. So then he goes, the last one, he goes. No, then he goes back to the second one. And then on the record, he does a little, does some kind of really weird bend there. So anyway, the last time he goes to the first part. All right, and so then he goes into the solo. It's basically the D minor pentatonic scale. Just going. I take my pointer finger, put it on the 10th fret of the B. Got my ring finger, or actually I got my pinky on the 13th fret of the B. And then I'm going to land. So I'm going to pick, and I'm going to hammer on with that pinky. And then also I'm going to have my ring finger on the 12th fret of the G. Actually, it's going to land there. He does that. He goes. It's hard to hear exactly what he's doing, but it's something like that. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe to see more.